It's pretty close.
It's another day. Children come and play with chocolate button.
Chocolate button.
The sun is out today. I'll say hello today to chocolate button.
Chocolate button.
I'll teach you how to read and write. Not sure I can ride a bike. We'll go through all the letters and sounds, having lots of fun playing around. It's another day. Children come and play with chocolate button.
Chocolate button.
The sun is out today. I'll say hello today to chocolate button. Chocolate button.
2, 3. Chocolate button. Good morning, Mr. Magpie.
Good morning, I in the garden. Bye. I like that.
Oh, that one's a carrot. Oh, and now I can see, what is that? A hippopotamus. And there is a giraffe. Ah, this is amazing. My goodness. Chocolate button, what are you up to? Oh, I'm just looking at the clouds and the shapes that they're making in the sky. That one looks a bit like, if you tilt your head, it could be a seahorse. Can you see that? I'm not sure, maybe. Oh, and that one looks like it could be a fish swimming in the sea. Can you see? Yes, I can see that one, yes. Oh, what about these ones? Oh, I'm not so sure about this one. I think maybe a duck. Really? I'm not sure. Really? Show me. Oh, yes, now I can see. It does look like a duck with its wing up in the air. That's right, yes. Now you can see my duck. There you are. Oh, it's time for phonics now, though. Oh, my goodness. Quick, let's get ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, my glasses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, bye. Hello everyone and welcome to Chocolate Button Teaches Phonics. We are going to press right on ahead and start with some warm-ups. So the first one we're going to do is the windscreen wipers. So raise your arms to out to the sides, keep your shoulders down, and then raise your arms up as high as they can go but without raising your shoulders. And then we're going to move our arms left and right over the top of our heads as if they're windscreen wipers. Ready? There we go. And raise them to the side and down. Okay. Raise your shoulders up and relax. Raise your shoulders up and relax. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. So you're going to raise them out to the sides and then raise them above your head. And then we're going to go, let's go right first this time. So we're going to go right, left, 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 right, left. And out to the side and relax. Give your shoulders a shake and give yourself a body a shake. That's it. Okay. For our next one, we are going to do some figures of 8s as a butterfly. Lucy, can you show them, please? Yep, sure. So you're going to raise your arms out in front of you. You're going to link your thumbs, and then you're going to flutter like a butterfly and make a figure of 8 on its side with your hands. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then you can try and go the other way. I'm not sure if I'm going to go the other way. 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 10. Oh, that hurt my brain for a second then, Chocolate Button. It does look jolly tricky. Right, okay, and for the final one, let's do raising our fingers. Okay, so you're going to clasp your hands together and then raise your fingers at the same time. Okay, here we go. We are going to clasp our hands together like this, and then we're going to raise our index fingers and put them down, our middle fingers, put them down, our ring finger and put them down, our little finger and put them down, and our thumbs and put them down. And try that again, starting with the little finger this time. Little fingers. Oh, ring fingers. I find it tricky just to move those fingers. Middle fingers, index fingers, and thumbs. Okay, and now put them out together and stretch them out. That's it. Don't go too hard, just a little stretch there. Okay, and last of all, we'll do something with our fingers. Let's get some pens and practice moving our fingers up and down with the pens. So remember, we're going to wiggle up with just our fingers and then turn the pens and keep going up. Keep going up. That's it. So the pen goes down and your fingers go up the pen. And you're trying not to do it with your palms touching them, just at the ends of your fingers, just to get that dexterity going in your fingers. So try not to use your palms at all. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Are we ready to do our handwriting? Yes, we are. Super. As usual, we're going to start off with some handwriting patterns, so make sure that you're holding the pen correctly, okay? Try to keep your pen on the page the whole time. There we go, our Loch Ness Monster. Then we're going to practice doing our C. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. And then we're going to practice the O from yesterday. Forwards, backwards, around and across. And around and across, and around and across, and around and across. There we go. And then we are going to do some battlements. And our number practice for today is the number 20. So we're going to do a number 2 and then a 0. 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 There we go. We have practiced the number 20 today. Don't worry if those 2s go the wrong way around. It does happen sometimes. We just have to keep practicing and they'll get better and better. So don't worry about it. That's exactly why we're practicing them. Okay? So don't worry. Right, okay, let's find out what our pattern is for today. Ooh, our pattern for today is the letter A. We've come all the way back round, look, to the letter A. So we're going to practice that again. Now remember, we go forwards, backwards, up and down. Forwards, backwards, up and down. Forwards, backwards, up and down. Okay, that's how we practice it. Okay, let's go. So we're going to go forwards, backwards, up and down. 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 Okay, and then with your left hand, oh no, I'll try. Here we go. forwards, backwards, up and down, 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 forwards, backwards, up and down. There we go. Oh, it's not too bad actually. Right, I'm going to draw some lines for myself to see where they sit on the line. There's one, there's another, and there's another. I'm just going to change colour pen so that we can see it on the line properly. Oops, sorry about the wait. Okay, so we start on the line as per usual, and then we're going to go up to halfway on the line. Okay, so we're just going to go up halfway in between the two lines. So forwards, backwards, up and down, 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 forwards, backwards, up and down. And then with my left hand, forwards, backwards, up and down. Ooh. Forwards, backwards, up and down. 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 There we go. Right, let's have a practice. Now, I've been told that the reason my videos are going so funny, sometimes they go a bit crackly and weird, is because I'm speeding things up. So I usually speed up this section of the lesson so that it's not really boring to watch. But I'm not going to do that from now on because I'm going to see if I can fix the problems with it so that they don't go grey and fuzzy anytime. So sorry about that. I'll just do it as quickly as I can. And then I won't do a picture from now on so that you're not just watching me do that for a while. Okay, so you concentrate on your handwriting and doing it in the right way, and I will concentrate on mine as well. See if you can say the word before I do. So, from, they, children, that, there, said, just, do, little, it's, you, when, what, went, some, like, me, be, he, come, people, were, help, about, house, she, out, Mr, we, by, one, Mrs, don't, then, have. That's it. Well done, everyone. See if you can say the sound before I do. Ear. Sh. N. G. O. Ing. Th or the. I. P. O. U. Or very occasionally w, depending on your point of view. Oi. Or. X. E. Y. I or E. E or E. Ow. Oi. E. I. A. I. Z. F. Qu. O. Ul. Ow. Air. U. Or oo. J. S. F. Your or. A. Oo or U or oo. Z. Ch. B. Ul. V. T. Or. R. G. K. A. Well done, everybody. You're getting quicker and quicker at those. I'm so impressed. I have trouble remembering which ones we know and which ones we don't, as you can tell. I keep getting confused. I keep thinking, have we done that sound yet or not? I can't remember. Oh, dear me. Right, so speaking of sounds we haven't done yet, at the end there I said that WH grapheme makes the W sound, but it also makes the H sound. Now, I don't think this is very common, but it is in a few high frequency words. So let's just have a quick look. So sometimes it makes a W sound, but sometimes it also makes a H sound, just like this grapheme here. Okay, we're just going to go through some words, just like we did yesterday with the W sound, and just sort them into their two different types of grapheme. Okay, right, here we go. Number one is this word here, and it says sorry, it's just getting that focused in for you. Ha or s, horse, horse. So this is the word horse, and it has a h at the beginning of it, spelled with an H. So we're going to put that one in that one there. Okay, the next one is this word. Oh, it's a funny word. It says w o s hos. Ah, so it must be h, and then this is making an oo sound, so it's h, ooze, whose. And that's a question word, isn't it? Like Shirley and Cam and I are always asking at the very end of the day, whose jumper is this one? Yeah, so we're finding out which jumper which person this belongs to. So it's about people. Who does it belong to in terms of people? Or whose skirt is this? So this whose is the type that when it belongs to something, to someone, I mean. So whose book bag is this? Whose shoes are these? Whose jumper is this? You've heard that so many times before, I know it. Okay, so if it belongs to someone, we're trying to find out who it belongs to whom it belongs, then that's when we'd use the word whose, and it's a question, isn't it? Now, if we were saying who's left their jumper over here, that's short for who has. So it would be spelled differently. It would be who apostrophe s. Okay, so it is slightly different. So this is definitely to do with belonging as opposed to who has. Okay, so we hear this word quite a lot, but sometimes it's spelled like this, and sometimes it has a different meaning, a subtly different meaning. So it's spelled who apostrophe s. Okay, so there we go, whose, and that's got a WH. So WH there is spelling the sound h. Okay, let's see what the next one is. Who? Ah, here we go. Who has left their coat on the floor? There we go. That's we're using the word who, and then if we were going to write whose, like who's left their coat on the floor, who apostrophe s. Okay, there you go. Who, perfect timing. There we go, and that's spelled with a WH, so that's going to go in the WH pile. Here we have hips. Hips, hips. Well, hips are part of your body, aren't they? And they're just at the top of your legs, and it's spelled with an H. Okay, so that's going to go over there. And here we have here we have the word have. Now here we have, and have, as we already know, is spelled with an H. So we're going to put that under that grapheme there. Then we've got this word here, ot, t, Oh, I'm going to split it there because there's two consonants next to each other. Ot, hot, ter, hotter. Oh, hotter. It's hotter today than it was yesterday. And that's going to go in the H grapheme there because it's spelled with an H. And now we've got wole. Oh, hang on. The WH is making a h sound, isn't it? So it's saying the word whole. Whole. I'm going to introduce this to our brown words for tomorrow, okay? So we can keep practicing this word, hole. And it doesn't mean there's a hole in the garden that the dogs dug up. It means the whole thing, the entire thing. Okay, it's that type of hole. So if you want to say, Lucy ate the whole cake. Excuse me, chocolate button. Can we change that to apple, please? Okay, sure. Lucy ate the whole apple. Thanks, that's better. Lucy ate the whole apple. That means she ate the entire apple, everything. Okay, not she put a hole in the apple. Okay, so whole, all of it means all of it, the entirety of it. Okay, next one. House. Okay, well that's easy. It starts with a, so that's going to go in the H pile. And then this one. Hom. Yes, you're right. It's the op making an oo sound actually, chocolate button. Okay, try. Whom. Ah, yes. You sometimes use this word, Lucy, don't you? I do, yes. Sometimes use it. But it's often at the beginning of letters. People might say, to whom it may be concerned. Yes, it is quite rarely used nowadays because we often will just start words as questions with who as well. But we probably used to use this instead of who as the object of a verb. Or preposition, actually thinking about it. It's complicated, but you might say, whom did he marry? Okay? Or whom did this beautiful cake? Okay, and it's because they've become the object of the verb, so it's a pronoun. Anyway, whom, that's a word. Okay, we're going to put that down there. And because it's got a WH. So here we go. Let's have a little refocus and have another little look at this. So there we go. So as you can see, we've got 4 words under the WH, and the h sound is always at the beginning of the word for those ones. And again, we've got 2 questions, haven't we? Or even 3 question words there. Whose, who, and whom. So actually, it's usually still question words that begin with this WH. It's just sometimes the WH grapheme makes a W sound and sometimes it makes a H sound. So if you think it's going to be a question, I would go for WH in general. Now, whole is just another thing to think about. I guess you could think of it as this is the way to spell hole, as in I dug a hole. So that could go over there, whole, like that. But then with this one, with a w, it's the whole way of spelling it, isn't it? The entire way of spelling it. So when you're writing all or whole or the entire something, then you remember to add the W because it's the whole thing. Otherwise it's not the whole thing. And a whole lacks something, doesn't it? The whole point about a whole is that it doesn't have anything in it anymore. And so that's where you could think about it, isn't it? So remembering the difference. Anyway, I am digressing onto spelling stuff. So without further ado, let's do a countdown game so that we can have a go at practice at spelling, reading our w and h sounds, as well as some of our high frequency and tricky words that we've learned this week. Okay, so have a look, have a finish off if you're writing that down, very useful. And then let's go to do some countdown. Okay, let's go. I hope you can see these lighter words. I'm just having a quick check to see if I can see them through my screen, and I can read them, so I hope you can too. But if you can't, please just let me know and I won't use those colours again for tomorrow's countdown or whenever we do countdown again. Okay, so we're going to start off by having a quick look and a quick practice. Look, here are some of those words that we've just looked at. Whose, whom, whole and who. And then here are some of the words that we practiced yesterday. When, which, wheel, whisper, where, what, why, and by. And then we've got people that we know, Mr, Mrs, don't, have. We've got all of these words, and then we've got other words that just begin with a w sound but don't have a WH grapheme. Okay, so hopefully they are words that we are familiar with. So I'm going to put on the countdown timer. I'm going to have a go by myself, and then, well, you can have a go with me, obviously. And then I'm going to put the timer on again, just the music without me, so that you can have a go by yourselves to see if you can beat the timer. Okay, here we go. Wig, win, wet, with, which, which, winter, wind, when, which, wheel, whisper, where, hat, what, why, by, people, Mr, Mrs, don't, have, house, harder, hit, oh my goodness, hat, who, whole, whom, whose, ooh, oh my goodness, it's starting again, do, children, from, their, help. Oh my goodness, I did not do very well there. How did you get on? Did you do better than me? Right, well, let's have a practice and then you can have another go. Okay, let's go. Okay, have you had a practice? Good. Okay, right. I will say, on your marks, get set, go. How did you get on? Did you finish in before the timer? Oh my goodness, well done for having a jolly good go. Ah, fantastic. Okay, how did you get on with the w and sounds in those WH words? You did well? You got it? Fantastic. Okay, in that case, let's move on to our segmentation for spelling. So get your whiteboard and your whiteboard pen, your paper and your pencil ready for us to have a go. Okay. Oh, and welcome to segmentation for spelling. We are going to have do our normal thing. Just remember that we've got our bed here written down to make sure that we get our B's and D's in the right way round, and we've got the alphabet. I try not to hide it too much in case you are worrying about which way your letters should go round, but don't worry at all. We're just practicing listening for the sounds and then writing them down. Okay, that's all spelling is. We just have to listen to the word, see if we can figure out what the sounds are in the word, and then put them together to make a word. Okay, so question number 1 is the word hit. Please write the word hit. I don't know why I said question. It's definitely not a question. it's just a word, isn't it? Okay, please can you write the word hit? Hit. It. Hit. Number 2 is the word hotter. Hotter. O. T. T. 5 sounds in that one. O. T. T. Hotter. 6 letters, 5 sounds. Oh, it's hotter today than it was yesterday. Number 3 is the word house. House. It's funny one, this one. Remember, it's got that letter at the end that you don't necessarily hear. House. 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 Would you like to come to my house to play? I hope so. House. Number 4 is the word have. Have. We've been practicing this one, haven't we? Have. Please, can I have some chopped up apricots? Have. Number 5 is the word people. People. Ooh, can you remember how to spell the word people? It's a tricky one. People. There were lots of people at the park today. People. The next one is the word Mrs. Mrs. The abbreviation for it, please. The one that we've been practicing. Don't write out Mrs. You know what I mean. The abbreviation, the short way of writing it that we talked about yesterday and today. Mrs. Number 7 is the word Mr. Mr. The short way of writing Mr. The abbreviated way. Mr. The man who lives next to me is called Mr. Singh, which I think is a lovely name. Mr. The next one is the word bye. Bye. Welcome by. Do, 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 do. Welcome by. Do, do, do. Bye. I went by your house the other day, but you weren't in. Bye. The next one is the word don't. Don't. Don't, which is obviously short for do not. Don't practice your spellings. Chocolate button, you are silly. What do you mean don't practice your spellings? We are practicing our spellings right now. Oh yes, okay, yeah, that was a bad example. Let's say don't be silly at bedtime. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a much more sensible instruction. Okay, and we are back onto the words with a sound in them. See if you can remember which way to spell these words. Which one are you going to have, a WH or an H? Have a listen. Who. Who. I once knew a man who had a wooden leg named Smith. I love that film. Who. The next one is the word whole. Whole. Which means the entirety. So we're looking for the entire version of whole. Chocolate Button and Lucy miss the entire class. So we're going to say Lucy and Chocolate Button miss the whole class. Whole means everyone in it. Shirley, Cam, everyone. And the final one, the last one, is the word whom. Whom. We talked about what that means already, didn't we? Whom. To whom it may concern. Whom did she go on a walk with? Actually, we'd probably actually say, with whom did she go on a walk? That would be a better way, because then you don't end your sentence with a preposition either. Anyway, that was the last one. Hooray! Okay, off we go. Let's see how we did. And again, I'm not going to speed this up, I'm afraid. I'm just going to write it as fast as I can, just because, so that the video doesn't go all funny, if I can help it, okay? Because it's sending my computer into a whole world of trouble. Okay, right, okay. See you in a second. Sorry, I missed the word people out, so we should have number 1, hit, hotter, house, have, people, Mrs., Mr., by, don't, who, whole, whom, whose. Sorry, whoops, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Well done, everyone. Your final job for today is to write a question using any of these words that you like. Okay, remember what questions end with as well, because obviously they don't end in a full stop, they end in a question mark. Okay, so we've got what, whose, why, which, and who. And then there are some things: balloon, bird, toys. And then we've got oyster, fur, paw, skirt, and horse. Okay, so I'd like you to write a question, any question you like, but if you're stuck, you can use some of the words in here as inspiration. Okay, so you might write down, why is there a bird covered in fur? Question mark. Okay, so they can be as silly as you like. Okay, I'm going to leave those on the board for you for a minute, but if you need more time, just press pause, and with your pause, and then you can write your sentence. Okay, so you can use any of these words or any other words you like. Okay, these are just for help if you want them. Okay, and it can be as silly as you like, straight from Sillylandia if you like, but it does have to make sense. Okay. Okay, if you need more time, again, please do press pause. That's totally fine. Lucy and I are just going to do one now just to go through it, just so you can see what we mean, and then you can carry on if you'd like to. Okay, so we'll leave those on the board on there. I'll just try and actually let's just quickly choose. Let's write which toys had a whole oyster each. Which toys had a whole oyster each? Okay, which toys had a whole oyster each? Are you ready, Lucy? Yep. So you're going to need to start with a capital letter. Okay, thank you. Yep. So which, capital W, and then it's the, because it's a question, I know it's WH, or it's likely to be which toys, finger space, had, finger space, a, finger space, whole, we just learned how to spell that one, didn't we? A whole, finger space, oyster, each. Now, each is spelled with that E-A-H, each, like that. Which toys had a whole oyster each? There we go. Which toys had a whole oyster each? Lucy. Yes? Haven't you forgotten something? Forgotten something? Which toys had a whole oyster each? No, I haven't forgotten. Oh, yes you have, Lucy. Oh, yes. A question mark. You're quite right. A question mark. Okay. Sorry, I put a full stop, and actually it needs a question mark at the end. Okay, which toys had a whole oyster each? I hope you can see that. Sorry that the green is so light. I won't use that again. Well, which toys did have a whole oyster each? My goodness, who knows? Okay, so finish off your question and then send them in or show them to your parents or whoever you like to see if you've got managed to write a whole question by yourself. Okay, well done. As a final idea for what you might like to do today. Okay, so here is my idea. I thought we could make a questions poster each and then put it up somewhere for you to look at it all the time. So I'm gonna put mine up in the kitchen because I like to do a lot of cooking, so I can read my poster whenever I'm in there doing my cooking. And so it says questions, and then there's a question mark, and then I've got all the words that I could think of that were questions. So I've got when, why, who, which, what, where, whose, were, how, and then I've got how much, how often, and how many. And then I've got a big question mark to remind myself that that is what I need at the end of all of my questions when I'm writing them down. Okay, so I think it'd be really, really helpful for you to make your own poster. Mine's not very good, as you can see, but I've done my best colouring in and I've made it as colourful as I can. And I'm going to try and read it every single day so I can remember all of these words, how to read them and also how to spell them. Okay, and I thought you could do the same. Maybe you could put lots of question marks on it, you could decorate it, you could work out with your family exactly what each of these questions means, because some of you might not be sure exactly which questions mean which answers are going to come at you. So for example, when means time. At what time are we going to do something? Why means you're going to get some more information about something, a reason for something. Who means a person. You're going to find out the answer to a person. The answer is going to be a person. Like, who is our prime minister? Or who is our teacher? That's a kind of, the answer is going to be a person. So it's going to be Boris Johnson or Lucy Coates. Okay. Which means that there's a choice. So which one are you going to choose? Are you going to choose to have strawberry or chocolate? Okay. What will be about a noun, or be about something, probably. Although you can also use it for time, like what time is it? Okay. Where is a place. Your answer is going to be a place. So it's going to be a location somewhere, like where is Japan? And then they'll give you a place as an answer. Okay. Whose? That was the one we were talking about before. Whose is this pair of ballet shoes that were left behind after dancing club? Whose? So you get a person as your answer for that as well. Were is a question about the past. So you might say, were you at the party? Okay. And then how means you'll get a demonstration of how to do something. So you might say, how do you bake a cake? And then someone's going to say, well, you bake a cake like this. So they'll answer your question by showing you, okay, the answer. And then how much, all these ones, how often, how much, and how many are counting questions, aren't they? Because they always end up with someone counting. So how much is usually to do with money, but not always, how much is that doggy in the window? Okay, it's asking how much money do I owe you? How much? What is the cost of it? Okay, how often tells you the frequency of something. So, how often do we go to school? We go to school 5 days out of 7 in the week. Okay, or we used to anyway. And then how many means again we're going to count. How many dogs are there in the park? We look around the park and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 dogs in the park. Okay. So these are all question words and they're all jolly, jolly useful to be able to read and also to be able to write. So please do make a questions poster and then have it up and then just read it every day or every so often whenever you think of it, and it will really help just jog your memory each time and make it really, really fluent for you. Okay? Great, I can't wait to see your questions posters. Hurrah! We are done for today, so thank you so much for all of your hard work today, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow for some more phonics with Chocolate Button. Bye, bye, da-da-da, bye, 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 bye. Elbow bump, elbow bump. Ha ha ha, you thought I'd forgotten. Nope. Elbow bump. Okay, bye, 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 bye.